Welcome to the iPad. So for this class, you are going to be using the iPad every day in class. So when you come in, I will have the iPads for your class out and the corresponding pencils charged and ready to go. And you will just go ahead and take yours to your seat and you can begin working. They're going to be sanitized every time you're finished with it. You're going to be the only one on this iPad. So it's important that you remember to just use the same one every single time. And I'll have a chart out for you just to refer to so that you don't forget. For this particular assignment, you're just basically getting to know the iPad apps by creating a drawing. And in order to do that, you need to understand the difference between raster and vector. Raster and vector are the two types of graphics that you're going to bump into um, every time that you create a work of art. So raster, you may be familiar with JPEG or PNG or GIF, as well as others. Those are the pixelated ones. Vector is going to be the .svg, .eps, .ai, and a myriad of other different file types as well. Each one of these different graphics styles is going to have its own unique properties as well as its own uses. So just know that there is a difference between them. And as you're using the iPad apps, you're going to be able to choose whether or not you want to create pixel art, raster, okay, or vector art. And Adobe Fresco, I put that first as the first app because it's an illustrating app that allows you to draw either in vector or raster or both, depending on what it is that you're looking for. Adobe Sketch is just raster, so those are pixel. Vector is Adobe Draw. And then Adobe Illustrator for iPad operates much like the desktop version of Illustrator, except that you're able to use the pencil to create your works. So for your assignment, you are creating, it's a pretty open-ended assignment. The theme is COVID safe. I've given you a couple of words here to maybe prime your pump, and you can take those or not, but just keep within that theme of COVID safe for this first graphic, and you'll be totally fine. So when you open up your iPad, I have mine kind of organized on my iPad so that they're all within the same folder, and I can show you how to do that if you're curious. But I have Adobe Illustrator, Adobe Draw, Adobe Sketch, Adobe Fresco, Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Capture, and these are the ones that I use quite a bit in my own practice. Adobe Fresco is the one that I would recommend using first. And so when you open that up, you'll see all those different options once you have logged in. And I should say this, that the first time that you log in, you're going to be prompted to log in. And so you need to continue with the Adobe ID. And then you're just going to log in using your school account email address. So that's your student number at salemkaiser.org. Mine obviously is just a little bit different than yours. We get that awesome, crazy ending, salemkais.k12.or.us. I don't know why we can't be salemkaiser.org as well. And you're going to choose company or school account. I'm using my personal account. And it should go a lot smoother than me trying to log in here because of all the security features. But what I would recommend doing is starting out with Adobe Fresco, unless you know you want to just jump into something else and you're familiar with those. Each one of these different apps has a training video that I've linked to. These are not the only training videos out there, so please feel free to look around and see others, but these are linked off of the Adobe page, so they're pretty useful. Um, so check those out and begin looking at, I would just dive into one for this first assignment. And my recommendation is Adobe Fresco, since we have kind of limited time. Maybe just learn how to use that, unless you feel like you really struggle with drawing. Um, that would be a really great one to go with. So that, for all intents and purposes, is your intro to the iPad and your assignment for today.